Hello, hello, hello. Happy Hey Girlie Tuesday, everybody. Um, I sure took kind of a long weekend there. I didn't mean to. um, I'm I'm trying to do this new thing where hello, yes, happy Hey Girlie Tuesday. Trying to do this new thing where I only hop onto stream during the night if I get done kind of the stuff I wanted to do during the day. Um, and that has felt very comfortable for me. It still gives me the opportunity to stream more often if I like, but um but otherwise, yeah. And I've just been kind of busy for the past few days. Um I God, what was it that I said I was going to be doing that first day that I took off on that Friday? Where I was like, "Oh yeah, so I went to see my grandma. That was really nice." Um we went out to eat lunch with her, and then we sat in on her boxing class, which was fun. Um, we did accidentally take home her boxing gloves and like her like gym bag with us, so I guess my mom's gonna have to go back down and take that back to her pretty soon. But yeah, my grandma is at this point in her life is wheelchair bound. I don't know exactly how old my grandma is, but for the record, my mom just turned. I think my mom turned. Would she have turned 61 back in December? And my mom is the youngest of five. So I guess the answer is my grandma is old. I love her, but we're also kind of aware that we I probably don't have that many visits left with her, so I try and take the opportunities when they come, unless I like really have something else I want to do that day. Luckily, she only lives like a few hours away, um, and it's kind of nice to like you know do like a quick day trip where it's like an hour and a half, 2 hour drive both ways. I really like long car trips. Um, so but my grandma is wheelchair bound at this point, but in order to kind of like keep her in as best shape as possible, she does like a seniors boxing class, um, which is really nice and really good for her. So we sat in on that. Most of it is like they do some different stretches, and then they do punching on one of the bags. Um, but yeah, I mean it's really cool to be able to be like, yeah, my grandma does boxing. That does not mean that my grandma could kick your ass, but it's very fun. My mom actually got in on it while we were there, because my mom's a big like exercise fitness nut, and my mom did very well. And they were like, "Do you want to do it?" And I was like, "Absolutely not. I will be sitting right here." I will be sitting right here on my phone and I will take pictures. Um, but we went out to lunch. We went to a little cafe in the area that had really good avocado toast. Um, and oh, also a benefit of going back and forth is I introduced my mother to Dutch Bros, and now she makes a Dutch Bros trip every single time she goes up to my grandma's. Like, every time, and we don't have Dutch Bros in the town that I'm in, but we had it in the town that I went to school in. It was like right across the street from the school that I went to, my old college. So I really like Dutch Bros, but I don't get to go very often. And even when I was at school, I didn't go very often because I don't drive. And Dutch Bros is really meant to be like a drive through kind of experience. The one that we had, you could like walk up and order because it was right across the street from a college. But generally, it's meant to be like a drive through experience. So sometimes I just felt really awkward like walking up there. Um, but now, every single time we go to visit my grandma, We go through the drive-through, and my mom gets a kicker, which is like an Irish cream coffee. Obviously not with the not like obviously not like a true Irish coffee like with alcohol, but it's like a similar flavor profile. Um, other than the alcohol. Um, but so it has like Irish creamer in it, and then I get mm, I get one of their Rebels. I am generally not a huge energy drink person. The two energy drinks I indulge in is I will indulge in flavored Red Bulls because they have like the least caffeine out of all the energy drinks on the market. So I'll have some of those. I really really like the coconut one. And some of the different like seasonal ones they put out are really good, but the coconut is my go-to for Red Bull. Um, and then the Rebel at Dutch Bros, which is their like in-house energy drink. Um, and Dutch Bros' whole thing is they have like every fucking like Toriani syrup that exists, and on their menu they have a bunch of like suggested like pre suggested kinds that you can put together, like syrup combinations. Um, so I will usually just like kind of scroll through the options and pick like whatever I'm feeling. I am not the kind of person who has like a go to order at most places. Like usually I have like a go to like category of drink. Like if I'm getting boba, it's probably gonna be some kind of milk tea. But I will like switch between like a bunch of different stuffs wherever I go. And usually I'm the kind of person who always tries like the seasonal drinks or whatever most places. But um, and then um, I said we were gonna do this Saturday. We ended up doing it Sunday. On Sunday, me and a few of my friends saw Ready or Not 2. Ready or Not, Here I Come, which is the sequel to 2019's Ready or Not, which is probably my favorite horror movie. Probably. There's maybe a couple of other contenders, but I mean, like, Ready or Not is like a fun, like, death game movie. The original has a lot to say about, like, class divide and stuff. And I will say, the second isn't really trying to do any of the, like class divide commentary. Not that the first movie was like super into like not that the first one was like super deep or anything. Like I would definitely say it's like a step down from like the commentary from like even like Knives Out from the same year, or The Menu that was a couple years later. That those both talk more about class commentary. I think I have more to say about that than Ready or Not does. But I haven't even said what this movie is about. So the first Ready or Not movie, if you have not seen it, is about this girl, Grace, played by the wonderful, beautiful Samara Weaving, who I'm like, if I have a list of celebrity crushes, she is on that list. Um, and so Grace is marrying this guy, Alex. She came from kind of like more middle class, kind of struggling. She was a foster child, and she's not in touch with any of her like foster family or anything. So she's marrying into this guy's family, so they're going to be her new family essentially. And Alex was estranged from his whole family until very recently, and his family's super rich. They're getting married in this like extravagant family mansion, and the set of this movie is goddamn beautiful. It's so gorgeous. Um, but that night there's an initiation ritual for the new bride where she has to pull a card out of a puzzle box that will tell her what game she plays with the family, because they got all their money in like making board games essentially. Um But so they she draws a card, and the card is hide and seek. Unfortunately, she soon finds out that any other card that she drew, they would have played the game normally. She draws, checkers, go fish, whatever. They would have just played those games. But the hide and seek card triggers a game of hide and seek in which the entire family is hunting her down. Because they're all like devil worshippers, and this is like a sacrifice they have to make every so often in order to like appease their patron. Um, Incredible, super fantastic movie. Big part of the original is not knowing whether or not. Yeah, it's really good. Big part of the original is not kind of knowing whether or not all of the like devil worshipping stuff, like, is it real? Like, all of the diehard family members think like, oh, if we don't hunt her down, like, our patron will like wrath upon us, we'll all die. Um, but some of the other family members, including some of the other people who have married into the family, are like, is this for real though? Like, or is this all kind of bullshit? Um, Really, really good movie. Um, and I mean, not to spoil the end, but obviously she lives. So second movie, I remember hearing that they were going to do a sequel to this movie, and I really like the directors behind these movies. They also did Screams 5 and 6, which I will defend those until the fucking death. I love Scream 5 and 6, especially Scream 5. People will say it's one of the weaker Scream movies, and I honestly liked Scream 5 way better than Scream 6, but just like as a whole, I will defend those two movies to the death. Um, but what's actually really funny about this one is it's airing at the same time. It's in theaters at the same time as Scream 7, which is such a middle finger because the guys who are directing this are no longer working on the Scream series because Spyglass, the company who produces Scream, decided to fire the like new lead of the Scream movies, the lead of Screams 5 and 6, who kind of replaced Nev Campbell. But they decided to fire her, Melissa Barrera, another one of my huge celebrity crushes, because she was outspoken about Palestine. And Jenna Ortega left as well because of that. And then their directors left because of that. And now they're releasing their like long-awaited sequel to their first hit movie at the same time as Scream 7, and I just think that's awesome. So, anyways, but like they announced a sequel to this movie, and I was like, how do you make a sequel to this? Like, just because of the way that the first one ends, like I didn't know how they were gonna do it. And they made it so that it was like there's this whole like bigger picture of like there's a council and like more families who are worshiping the devil, and now like because of like a contingency there's an empty position as like the head of the whole operation, and she can actually become the head of the whole operation if she wins the game again, and yada yada. And they introduce her like estranged sister because like, hey, they said that she, you know, she didn't really have any family, but that doesn't mean that she could, she couldn't have family that she doesn't talk to anymore. So they brought in Catherine Newton, another one of my celebrity crushes, to play her sister, and they're great in it, and it was super great. I don't like it as much as the first one, but still really, really fun time. Catherine Newton was a great addition. The whole cast is like really funny and really awesome. Um, but yeah, that's my Ready or Not 2 review. It was really fun, and I had a really good time. And yeah, I remember sitting in the theater kind of like as the trailers were playing, and I was like, what am I gonna do if this movie sucks? And guess we'll never know. Hold on. uh, I've also been sneezing a lot lately. I think it's just that time of year. Anyways, Um, yeah. And then that was kind of what I did over the past few days. Um, and yeah, I mean, I had fun. Um, the only other thing of note was I watched the new Amazing Digital Circus, which it kicked my ass. Um, apparently, me and my friends are gonna do a little watch party when they put out the finale. We've just decided, and we're all gonna make like themed snacks and dress up as our favorite characters. Um, I have claimed Pomni because very rarely is there a character who's so me coded. Kinger, I love Kinger, I love them all. Um, but yeah, I had like even now, like I could cosplay Pomni without wearing a wig. Like I had my hair cut very similarly to Pomni at one point, which is to say I had a Hime cut. Um, but yeah, I've been planning on cosplaying her for a really long time, so I might just take that as my excuse to finally just like bunker down and buy a Pomni cosplay. Um, because I don't know how I would make like a Pomni themed outfit without buying new stuff. So I might as well just like yeah, anyways. Um but let's get into it. Let's get into it. I would really like to play these last few dates because like I said, last stream that we did Hey Girlie, those were all dates that I had already done. Um, most of the time when we do these, like, when we've done these other, oh, is that kind of, no, it's just loud on my end, I think. Yeah, that should be okay. Um, I'll just turn my own volume down, hold on. Um, but most of the time when we do these new routes, during my first playthrough, where I did Fig and I read all the other dates out loud, um, I got through like the first 2 or 3 dates from everybody else, but Tracker somehow I got the first 4. So I had played the whole first half of her route, despite the fact that I was not trying to do that, because like I said, Tracker's not my favorite character. But yeah, so everything today will also be new for me. I love looking at this title screen and kind of like catching stuff that I hadn't really noticed before that are like relevant to certain things. Like you have like the little trash grabber from Kipper Lily, and then also from the volunteer date with Lucy, giant pirate ship, probably referencing Leviathan. You've got the spoon, probably referencing all of the silverware stuff with Nara. You have the chest piece right here from Load Bearing Chest Date. Oh, you have the little half heart bracelet from you have the friendship bracelets that Nara gave you. Oh my god, I didn't even notice that. You have the pills from Kristen trying to get her ADHD meds. Cat, probably because of the the cat date. Yeah, the cat cafe. Yeah, lots of fun stuff here that ends up being, some of it just seems like, oh, that's silly, and then a lot of it is references. You have a flower over here, kind of looks like a snowdrop in reference to Lucy's favorite flower. Lots of very fun stuff. Okay. All right. Now, there we go. Yes, the school gym. That's what I thought. How far did we get through with Nara? I was just checking because I knew I was kind of trying to avoid her a little bit, like I tried to do with Tracker last time, because I didn't want to accidentally activate their poly route. Okay. You've seen the posters for this fun run your last couple of trips to the gym, and you're pretty sure they all said it starts at 2 p.m. But Tracker had texted you 12:30 p.m., so here you are at 12:25, nervously glancing down at your crystal every 10 seconds to make sure you didn't misread it.
Hey, a stranger.
Kristen, hey, over here. Oh, thank Cassandra. You see the thighs in her running shorts before you see her face. Oh yeah, she runs all right.
Whoa.
Come here often? Actually, yes. I've kind of done this run every year since I moved in with Jawbone. Gotta give back somehow, you know. Right, you had briefly forgotten that this fun run was to benefit the Greater Elmville Youth Shelter. It makes sense that she'd want you to come help out. This must be pretty important to her. She's in a small group of people next to a table with enough bibs and water bottles that you're surprised it's still standing. Tracker motions towards you, introducing you to the small crowd. This is Kristen. She's, don't want to be too presumptuous. Think it would make sense to say that I'm here to help because that is I don't want to categorize myself here. But I am here to help. And it's a cause that matters to Tracker, so I think 2 is a great option.
Resident Applebees reporting for duty.
Tracker beams at you. Couldn't have said it better myself. She bumps your shoulder with hers affectionately before turning back to everyone else. Everyone else quickly introduces themselves. You do your best, but you've forgotten every single name by the time Tracker's guiding you to another table. God. You and Tracker mingle with the other volunteers for a while. Damn, she knows a lot of people. And watch as the first few runners begin to trickle in through the doors. Thankfully, all the really complicated admin stuff you don't know how to do is already taken care of. You're not handling the donations or the registrations or anything like that. Tracker's handing out bibs as people walk up, and then suddenly she's looking at you expectantly. I know they probably mean, like, the bibs that, like, have, like, the paper numbers on it, but I just thinking, like, bibs like a baby wears. Like... take initiative and start handing out water bottles, sure. Wait, why is she staring at you? She's already got the bibs from the station handled. Think that, well, they'll probably need water, too? You hesitate after grabbing the first bottle, unsure if you're messing up, but Tracker gives you a thumbs up, so you keep going.
Oh, really?
Tracker smiles at you as you do. Hell yes. It takes about half an hour before you run out of bibs. Where would I get more? Tracker goes up on her tiptoes to look over the crowd. You resist the urge to make a short joke. I think we're good. Yeah, it looks like everyone has one already. Except me, I guess. You can show me where they are then. That way I'll know for next year. Tracker smiles at you. Actually, we have one every 6 months, but I get your point. Come on. That was a reference. Did you catch the very subtle actually reference? She takes your hand and leads you through the crowd, effortlessly weaving through without even knocking anyone over. She winks at you as she pushes open a staff-only door. Scandalous. Well, I learned from the best. Aw. I meant Jawbone, but feel as flattered as you want. Aw, I thought what we had was special. Tracker snorts out a laugh. Does it help if you're my favorite? Really? Yeah. Wait here. She opens an unassuming door to your left, and sure enough, it's full of bibs from the floor to the very ceiling. One falls from the shelf and nearly smacks you in the face. There's literally no situation in which you could ever need this many. Eggfort signed up that terracotta army of himself for a fun run once. Okay, there's one situation in which you could need this many. Tracker closes the door behind you, dropping your hand to grab and put on one of the bibs. The room is so small, and you're both shoulder to shoulder. You do your very best not to think about how familiar it feels to sneak off with Tracker like this. You fail miserably, but at least you tried. Tracker smiles at you once she's got the bib on. Hey, Kristen? Yeah? Thanks for being here. I was a little worried when I saw you at the gym a few weeks ago, you know. I didn't want this place to get wrapped up in all those weird vibes. I think the whole exes thing really got me. You squeeze her hand supportively. Her eyes crinkle in that way they do, and she begins tracing small circles idly with her thumb.
This is where I want
But
to be.
it's been really nice spending time with you. Wait, it's always been nice, but this time it feels real, like it can actually last. And I haven't said it yet, and you deserve to hear it, so, there.
Come here.
You lean forward tenderly and kiss her cheek. She turns her head and suddenly, oh, you're kissing her mouth. It only lasts a second, but you close your eyes and lean into it, then sprite of her, the fucking lip bite. But you close your eyes and lean into her as much as you can. When you break apart for breath, she grins at you. As much as I'd like to stay here and keep chatting, we should, probably get going. You brush a wayward piece of hair out of her face. Yeah, probably. She grins, giving you another quick peck, then pulls you out the door behind her. You're both still holding hands when the 5-minute warning goes off. You are probably grinning like a madman. You should probably stop. You're not going to stop, though. Tracker O'Shaughnessy just kissed you. On purpose! Who wouldn't smile like this in your shoes? Tracker asked you to wait by the finish line, which is also the starting line. There's a certain number of laps they need to run, and you'll be there to offer water or a quick healing spell to whoever needs it. And I'll cheer you on, obviously. You're gonna win. Is this a thing you can win? Oh, just watch me. You raise an eyebrow in amusement. No, not really, but thanks for the support. Alright, see you in a bit. And then she's off. Damn, you hate to see her go, but boy do you love to watch her leave. The urge to wolf whistle is so strong, but you figure that's more her speed. Heh, wolf joke. No, I got it, Kristen. I understood the joke. You start to get a little dizzy watching the runners go around and around like this, but you do your job diligently. So what if you pour a little extra water when Tracker comes around? So what if there's a little extra oomph to your heels? The next time she jogs your way, she gives you a little wink. Your heart does a flip in your stomach. Last lap, baby. Even if it wasn't entirely directed at you, hearing her say baby definitely doesn't twist your guts up a little. Which is what you would say if you were lying. Man, you're down so bad. You couldn't be down badder. You're the baddest down? None of those sound grammatically correct. She jogs off, apparently oblivious to the dangerous things her smile can do to your nervous system. All you can do now is awkwardly pat down your flushing cheeks. Watching the race is, honestly, more entertaining than you would have expected. Okay, maybe not exactly the whole standing to the side, handing out water bottles aspect of it all, but getting to see Tracker like this, so completely in her element. She's literally running circles around pretty much everyone else. It's fun watching her have fun. The racetrack at this gym is remarkably soft. Okay, I just fully read the wrong word there. Wow, the racetrack here is remarkably soft. It's like running on pillows. It's really not great for your legs. Is remarkably short, so it's not too long before the first few racers burst through the finish line. Show-offs. You offer them a polite congratulations, but you're still scanning the crowd for Tracker, because of course you are. And then there she is. Running to you in the middle of a small, jovial crowd, she's wiping away a stray bead of sweat from her forehead as she lifts her eyes to yours. A photo finish, if you've ever seen one. Why does this suddenly feel like the most important choice ever? We did just kiss in front of everybody a little while ago, so I feel like she would be cool with that. But is it too much? It still feels risky anyways, you know? And she's running, so also we could, like, clack our teeth together or whatever. I might be overthinking this. I often do. God, the last of the Devil's Dream definitely proves that I overthink decisions in visual novels far too much. We'll go with the hug. You go in for a hug and find that she also was. Hell yeah, you two are so in sync. Okay, correct choice, I think. You chivalrously ignore how incredibly sweaty she is. Nothing can ruin this moment. She sighs contentedly against your neck. I'm really glad you're here, Kristen. Suddenly, her mouth quirks up in amusement. You know, it's funny. I could have sworn that someone healed me longer than they should have. Uh-oh, busted. Did you think you were sneaky? I'd know your magic anywhere. You feel a lump in your throat, hearing her say that so tenderly. Guilty as charged. Damn, not even Officer Kristen can save you now. I will say, despite the fact that I'm not a huge Tracker Beast fan, Officer Kristen is still one of my favorite jokes in sophomore year. It's so fucking funny to me. The Officer Kristen bit in sophomore year fucking gets me every time. Oh my god, I just noticed she has the one scar kind of like close to her elbow. The one that's not claw marks. That's very much like a bite mark, isn't it? Oh my god. Yeah, that was they thought through her design. This is probably the mark that the bite mark that made her turn. You're not blushing, you're not blushing, you're not blushing, what the hell, you're absolutely blushing. Now that's just unfair. You love it. How do you respond here? It's definitely too soon to tell her wait, don't panic, you've got this. Anyway, do you have plans for next week? They do this meditative yoga thing. Well, hot yoga technically, but it is very meditative. And as a cleric, and okay, we're past this awkward bit. Would you want to join me? Well, this is an extremely obvious choice. Sure, double clerics, baby. You had me at me, you, and meditating. Even if the third option was very Kristen. Tracker raises an eyebrow, clearly amused. Oh, really? I have it on good information someone used to skip all her classes. Rude. Tracker, you didn't even graduate high school. You cannot be on my ass like this. But I've actually been trying a lot harder this year. I can tell. I'll see if I can come by next week, maybe? No rush, I'm here every week, so just drop by if you want to see me. Well, I always want to see you. It looks like you've pulled off something people rarely manage to achieve. Leave Tracker O'Shaughnessy speechless. Yep, you've still got it. Okay. Hi, Kristen. How was your date? I mean, you saw. It was really nice. I'm glad she can share this place with me now. I don't even remember her ever talking about it before. But this time, it feels good. I like getting to be there for her. Especially in those shorts. I suppose it was a little too romantic to last. But that date was still really cute. Okay. Yeah, okay. It's still gonna be at the school. When we do the next one. Okay.
Hey, Madam President. Oh, Kristen.
Oh, Fig.
Eat this. Fuck it. Let's go, babe.
Okay. President Applebee's so inspiring.
Rock and roll, baby.
I love just admiring the characters' outfits in this game. Like, they're so cute.
Nat 20.
And now every time I do it, I can remind myself that some people cosplayed these outfits of theirs. Makes me so happy. I really should cosplay Kristen at some point so that I can tell every single person who asks for a picture or who mentions they like my cosplay that I voiced her in this game.
Later. Catch you later, Fig.
Is this the
So inspiring.
I guess I could do that even in my Adine cosplay, but it just feels less relevant. Oh, and here's Nara.
Ugh. How wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I turn invisible. Right. Totally.
Oh my.
What the fuck, man?
Ugh. Ooh. Christian.
So that.
What fun.
Sorry, what was that?
Christian.
Yeehaw!
Oh, you.
What? sweet Cassandra.
Oh my.
Even cowgirls get the blues.
I have this like weird tremble in one of my calves right now. Like, just like one of my muscles in my calf keeps twitching.
Right,
What an in.
Like, I don't think I guess it feels a little stiff too when I walk, but otherwise I'm not in any pain. But it just, like, I keep noticing, like, the muscle twitching, and it's really distracting.
Lammy. So that's
I was, like, looking up, like, what causes that, and the internet said that, first of all, the internet said it's probably harmless, and I believe that. And I'm not getting any, like, symptoms of it being, like, a pinched nerve or anything. Psychosomatic runner's like, no, this was happening last night, too. But the internet was also like, it could be that you're not getting enough vitamins, or you're not drinking enough water, or it could be because you have too much caffeine, and I was like, that sounds correct, because I drink coffee literally every single morning, and forget to drink water, so I probably drink more coffee than water, and I definitely have been eating just, like, way too much junk recently. Luckily I have multivitamins, so I took some of those, and I've been trying to drink more water, and once stream is over, I'll probably have, like, some fruit or something. I did have, a beef quesadilla for dinner, because, my brother, got all the stuff out for quesadillas, and then was like, yeah, but you guys need to, like, make your own, like, you have to grill the quesadillas yourself. Which is totally fair, because he cooked all of the meat and everything, and, like, got the whole, like, setup going. But they were good. It was good. It was good. Okay. Surprise, surprise, you're back at the gym with Tracker. This is becoming a trend with the two of you, huh? Not that you mind terribly. I love the shirt. Any excuse to see her in those shorts. You mean, spend quality time with her. This time, though, you make your way into a far less frequented back room. It's the little bare without the weight racks and pull-up bars you're used to, but it more than makes up for it in piles and piles of yoga mats. Gives you a little deja vu for the bib-pocalypse you experienced last time you were here. As you watch the trainer turn the thermostat way up, you realize you're already sweating. Awesome. This was a really good idea. At least Tracker is sweating too, so you don't have to suffer alone. Hot in here, huh? Very hot. You look Tracker up and down, feeling the inevitable grin plaster itself onto your face. Very, very hot. She rolls her eyes, but that is definitely a blush. Yeah, slow your roll, cowboy. Just grab a mat. You got it, babe. She doesn't shy away when you call her babe. Success. You decide to be particularly chivalrous. 2 words straight in a row that I struggle with, but I got them both. And grab Tracker and mat too. You plop them down so close to each other they're almost overlapping. Too forward? Almost definitely. She raises an eyebrow, but sits down without complaint. A win is a win. You ready? You gulp and wipe entirely too much sweat from your forehead. God, I tried to take a yoga class once at my school. Like, the one and only time I've tried to do something in the kinesiology department. And I did, like, a couple of classes. Luckily, I don't think I had to buy anything for it, because my mom is, like, a huge yoga person, so I just, like, borrowed some of her old stuff. But I did a couple classes, and I was like, there's no way I can do this. Like, I would need, like, it was a beginner's yoga class, and even then I was like, I am fucking dying. Like, I'm way too out of shape. Ready as I'll ever be. Okay, that sounded a little more like you're about to enter a battlefield, not just doing some yoga, but the point stands. You've got this, right? You fail to resist the unbidden visions of flailing around helplessly and falling down in a way so embarrassing that it ends up on Spire's funniest home videos. You think you feel your throat closing up. But by the time the last person arrives, you can't blame all your sweating on the thermostat anymore. You know, they also do owl bear yoga here sometimes. That seemed a little dangerous for a date, but maybe next time? I thought you meant. I thought you meant they do yoga sessions specifically for the high school students because the mascot is the owl bears. No, you mean literally, literally there are owl bears there. What's owl bear yoga? Yoga with owl bears, obviously. Though I feel like you just fall on an owl bear cub and feel so bad about it immediately. So it's like puppy yoga. Okay, I could do puppy yoga. I could definitely do puppy yoga because it's like fine if you like, you know, if you just take a break to like, you know, not do the moves and just like cuddle some puppies. So like I could do puppy yoga. I should look up if they have puppy yoga near me. Hold on. I'm doing that right now. Puppy yoga near me. This is really important, okay? Oh my god. Wait, do they? They don't. Oh my god, but there is a cat lounge that I've been to before that does yoga with cats. Oh my goodness. I need to check that out. I could definitely look. At first, I was like, who would I go with? Like, there's no fucking way that my friends would want to do a yoga class with me. That's just like not our scene. But I did just say my mom is really into fitness. And you know what else she's really into is cats. So I could convince her to go do cat yoga with me.
Sorry, what was
Hey,
that?
I would totally do that, actually. Tracker laughs at you until a nearby air genasi, decked out head to toe in Felinae lemon, gives her a quelling glare. The instructor says that you're going to start with something easy, and then demonstrates a pose that you think you couldn't even hold for 6 seconds. Tracker, the big show-off, does it for 2 seconds longer. You do your best, both to avoid shamelessly ogling her and to actually follow along with exercises and manage to fail at both simultaneously. Tracker openly laughs when you fall to the floor because you are focusing on her more than balancing. You stick out your tongue at her, then dust yourself off. Hey, I'm just trying to match my pose to someone else's. You know? I don't have a super great view of the instructor from here, so it's easier to look at Tracker. Cassandra, help you. You can do this. You fought dragons, gods, and an alarming amount of egg fort faculty. You try again, letting out a relieved huff of breath when the instructor relaxes into an easier way to stand. Tracker whispers, "Hey, you okay?" Peachy keen. It's less than convincing because you're practically wheezing. This is not your strong suit. Don't worry, it gets easier fast. After what feels like several hours, but it's probably only 10 minutes, it does actually get easier. The instructor sits and tells everyone to face the person next to them. You immediately turn to face Tracker, who smiles at you.
Hey, cowboy.
Hey, cowboy.
Hey, girlie.
Well, she said it. Tracker snorts. Gallicaea, no. Just no. Then her expression smooths out into something a little more... Well, it reminds you of Wolfsong, actually. Somehow both totally in her element and completely lost. It's, a little harder for me to connect to Gallicaea in this heat, but it's still kinda nice. Like I'm in my body and connected to it in a way that feels right, if that makes sense. Is it like that for you, communing with Cassandra? Connecting with Cassandra is usually more a matter of texting her and then listening to her coo and or laugh about your love life, mostly. Your instructor, someone named Wheelwell? He says this is supposed to be basic. God, if only we had Wheelwell during the time that this was being written. If only we had Wheelwell to reference. Honestly, no. It would be so easy to just leave it at that. Let Tracker draw her own conclusions, but honestly, looking at Tracker's open, curious face, you don't want to. You take a deep breath and take the plunge. I think I tried so hard for years to make everything, like, big and meaningful as a cleric, you know? Because for so long I couldn't find that meaning. And then I was really scared it didn't exist.
Oh, sweetheart.
But it wasn't like that. Cassandra and I aren't like that in multiple different ways. Good different for the record, best god X ever, but it's still hard to feel grounded sometimes. So, as for the yoga, I don't know if it'll help. But it's worth a shot. Tracker's warm smile is all the response you need. You get shushed again by someone else. The instructor tells you to focus on clearing your mind as you move into the next pose. Tracker closes her eyes, brow furrowed in concentration. Okay, how hard could it be? Close your eyes and clear your mind. Clearing your mind is tougher than it sounds, especially with Tracker sitting mere feet away. It's all you can do to resist opening your eyes or scooching closer or making a dumb joke. You should get a medal for all the effort you're putting into this. It takes longer for something to happen than you expected it to. Way longer. You fidget a bit in your seat. Okay, you fidget a lot. But eventually your restless mind settles and your goddess appears.
Fancy seeing you here.
Hi, Kristen. A little early for our next check-in, isn't it? You open your eyes. Everyone but Tracker is watching this in awe. You forget sometimes that you're a really good cleric. Tracker, meanwhile, smiles at you before closing her eyes and going back to her own communion. She's glowing a little bit, so it looks like it's working for her. Oh, wait, no, maybe that's just the sweat. Tracker suggested we give meditation a try. Oh, did she? Oh, wait, you didn't think this through.
Not cool.
Cassandra? Don't worry, I'm not gonna ruin your date. I have a bet to win after all. Without opening her eyes, Tracker's cheeks go bright red. You shouldn't ask. A bet with who? A god of mystery should have some secrets. Probably with Galakea. Yeah, sure, she's gonna get really excited about it and tell you in 5 hours max. What do gods even bet for anyway? Well,
I turn invisible.
she doesn't elaborate. This is somehow worse than Jawbone. But enough about me. How is... She gets interrupted by the increasingly loud chatter of the other people around you. As I was saying, I'm really happy for you, Kristen. I think this is good for you, for both of you. And I want to hear all about it later. I think that's fair for the best goddess ever. Yeah, I think this is good for us too. Tracker's blush somehow deepens as Cassandra's smile gets even wider. You two are so cute! Oh, I can't wait to tell Encarna about this. I'll leave you both to it. It was very nice to see you under better circumstances, Tracker. Tracker finally opens her eyes, looking surprised to be directly addressed. Oh, you too, Cassandra.
Okay, love you, bye.
Cassandra waves and disappears in a cloud of purple sparkles. You will literally never get tired of that. The instructor only lets her voice shake a little bit as she tells everyone to get back to meditating. You do, feeling comfortably at peace with yourself as your eyes close again. It's quiet, aside from the sound of everyone breathing and a few of the mats squeaking. Oh, and Tracker muttering to herself. You open your eyes to see she's gone from blushing to frustrated, eyes still screwed shut. You give her a little nudge. Hey. Tracker opens her eyes, giving you a look. Are you okay? I'm fine, Kristen. She doesn't sound fine. You try to think of a way to say that without upsetting her further, but she sighs. No, wait, you are honest with me. I should be honest with you. I'm just struggling with this more than I thought I would. Look, you're amazing. You know that, right? Yeah, but that's thanks to you. Tracker shakes her head. No, that's all you, cowboy. Oh, sorry, I read those lines wrong. Yeah. You're amazing. Look, you're amazing. You know that, right? Yeah, but that's all thanks to you. And then Tracker says, okay. It should be a compliment. It is a compliment, but she sounds far too sad for you to feel all that happy about it. I just have to work a little harder to catch up, clearly. The only thing that's clear here is she needs someone to comfort her, and you know just how to do it. Hey, you're incredible, and I'm here for you. You place a comforting hand on her shoulder. Hey, Tracker, you are amazing. I know one girl who could bring back Winter to Falinel, and guess what? She's sitting right next to me. You are the hardest worker I know. A little yoga doesn't change that. She smiles a little at that. Thank you. Hey, just telling the truth. Look at those gains of yours. I pinned a picture of you to my locker for inspiration even if I wasn't super into you. She laughs at you, finally relaxing. But you are, right? Oh, totally, like you even have to ask. The session slowly draws to a close. You don't hit that same total perfect moment of zen that let you connect to Cassandra before, but honestly, you can't say you tried too hard for that. For now, you're just focusing on looking inward rather than reaching out. It's kinda nice. You steal a few glances at Tracker, too. She seems less tense now, more comfortable in her own skin, like a weight was just lifted from her shoulders. She catches you watching and smiles.
You got it, cowboy.
Still hanging in there, cowboy? You give her a thumbs up, then shoot a finger gun or two just to make her laugh again. It works, and you can't help but grin at her. On the way back out, Tracker takes your hand in hers, squeezing it. Thanks for doing this with me. I know it's not our normal scene, but, well, actually, the gym's kind of becoming our scene, isn't it? I was just thinking that. Well, you were thinking that like an hour ago, back when you first got here, but close enough. Hang on, I'm trying to do something smooth here. You glance at her to see she's still smiling at you. Let me take you out to a place that's a little more our style, or what our style used to be. Sure. Sure. Tracker arches a brow at you. Not even gonna ask me where? I trust you. Why are we breaking in somewhere again? I really did corrupt you. Tracker rolls her eyes and smirks. First of all, I corrupted you, don't get it twisted. Truly, yeah. You heroically hold your tongue instead of acting on the impulse to ask which one of you is the real bad kid. Second, I think it'd be nice to go to the Black Pit. Really? Do you not like the idea? It's not that, it's just... Last time hadn't gone great. It's where you met, but it's also where you nearly got killed by vampires. And Jawbone. And incidentally, where you totally rejected her the first time she tried to kiss you. But Tracker knows all this too, and despite the history, she wants to revisit it with you. A smile slowly spreads across your face at that. Yeah, let's do it. Really? You changed your mind quick. Well, I can't say I don't have ulterior motives, like, say, dancing with this one pretty girl I know. Tracker grins, pulling you in for a brief kiss. Ooh, you want to dance with me, cowboy? Whoa, who said I was talking about you? Tracker shoves you away, laughing. She smiles the whole way home. Okay. Kristen, thanks for inviting me on your date. It was Tracker's idea. That's even cuter. I'm totally gonna win this bet. I know I should ask, but I honestly don't even care. I'm still giddy from spending so much time with her. Being around Tracker makes me want to be a better cleric, a better person.
This feels different.
And she
from before.
makes me happy. So cute. Okay. Yes, okay. Next one will be downtown.
Salutation.
Hey, Nora.
Oh, here's Nara again.
Sorry, what was that?
I'm sorry? Ugh. Oh.
So
I shall have... Is that another Silesian? Oh, my...
Sweet Cassandra.
How wonderful. How you... Kristen.
Blimey. Sweet Cassandra. Sorry, what was that? Right, totally.
Damn, I never realized how long this date is.
I turn it.
Fascinating. Ugh.
Blimey.
Oh.
So that's, yeah.
Shall...
I knew.
Ooh.
Okay.
Alright.
I turn invisible.
Oh, music's overlapping.
Hey, Kristen.
But here's Fig.
Oh, rock and roll, baby. Hell yeah. Oh, Kristen.
Lammy.
Whoa there, cowboy. Okay then. Oh, Kristen. Okay then.
Yeehaw!
This is... I'm not blushing. And then I skateboard away.
Even cowgirls get not. Sweet Cassandra.
Okay.
Lam.
Fuck. This is... awkward. And then
I guess.
Ring ring.
So that's,
Okay. I forgot that we had fair date
oh.
happening.
Okay. Yeehaw!
Alright. Tracker time. You actually have no idea where Tracker would be at a fair like this. You get the feeling she'd be the type to go on one of the adrenaline-spiking rides just as easily as she would get on the back of a centaur, but there's so many of those rides. How are you supposed to know which one is the right one? Screams echo through the air as the drop tower, well, drops. Yeah, that's right up Tracker's alley. You make your way through the crowd, and sure enough, there she is, grinning as she spots you.
Hey, a stranger.
Hey, Kristen, are you waiting for the drop of doom? Nah, just trying to find you, but if you want to go again, I'm down. Tracker's grin softens, blushing slightly. Really? Guess you do know me, cowboy. We can do something else. Honestly, I've gone on most of the rides already, but I haven't tried any of the games. What kind of games? I actually haven't been to the fair before. Tracker takes your hand. Let me show you. She clearly knows this place like the back of her hand. You wouldn't be surprised if she told you Joblin had worked at one of these places for a while and brought her along. The games aren't far, all bright flashing lights and giant owlbear plushes as prizes and tests of dexterity you will absolutely fail at. So, anything catch your eye? She appears to be doing her best to sound neutral, but you can see the competitive gleam in her eyes. You grin at her.
Right,
I mean... Other than me, you flirt. Does anything look fun? You scan the games for something you stand even a snowball's chance at beating Tracker at. Oh, what's that thing with the bell at the top? Tracker's grin widens. Since you just made a tactical error. The High Striker. Actually, I think most people call it a strongman game, but strong woman game. Hell yeah, sister, I'll go easy on you. Eyes glittering with mischief, Tracker makes a show of rolling up her sleeves. Yeah, she's absolutely lying to you. Why don't you go first? Tracker shrugs as she picks up the mallet. It's a nonchalant gesture entirely undercut by the feral grin slowly spreading across her face. As soon as they said that game in particular, I immediately thought of the make some noise bit where Zach absolutely destroys one of those. Right, the best part of that bit is just the build up to it, where both Kimia and Jacob are like, I'm not even gonna try, and come up with like a creative workaround to make the ding sound. And then Zach is like, well, I guess I just gotta do it. And he just absolutely destroys it. It's so good. Suit yourself. She slams the mallet down with all her might. It gets so close to the bell, but doesn't quite manage it. Still, Tracker looks pretty pleased with herself. Beat that, cowboy. Oh, cute. Oh, look who it is. So there's Torek over there, and there's, I believe that's supposed to be Cumulonimbus from Crown of Candy, because he has cotton candy with him. And there's Gunny. You take the mallet from her, fingers brushing hers as you do. You do your best to pretend that brief moment of skin-to-skin contact didn't make your heart skip a beat. You got this. You're literally so strong now. Cassandra give you strength. You hit the target with every bit of force you can muster, and you're still a little startled when the bell rings out. Ha! Look at that! Tracker's suitably impressed, cheeks red as she looks at your biceps. You flex a little. Kristen, that was really hot. This is the best day of your life. I guess you really were at the gym to work out a few weeks back. Wait, didn't I tell you I was? I kind of thought you just wanted to see me again. You weren't really that jockey before. Honestly, before last year, I probably would have only gone to see you. But no, I'm actually serious about these gains. Tracker snorts. Well, it's really working for you, and now I can stop feeling guilty about dragging you to all these sporty dates. It's not dragging. I'm always happy to spend time with you. Tracker blushes. You've gotten too smooth for your own good. Come on, let's find a game I can beat you at. Turns out that's pretty much all of them. Why can't more of them just be based on hitting something really hard? You have fun, though. Tracker's not actually that much better at the games than you, and you walk away with only a handful of kitschy plastic rings as your prize. You get on one knee and offer one to Tracker. Jokingly, of course, even though staring into her surprised eyes. Tracker, will you? Let me win this next game for the sake of my pride. She takes it, cheeks red. Not a chance, babe. Cute.
Fancy seeing you here.
Alright. Yes, okay, sorry. Black Pit date. You offered to give Tracker a ride, but she said she wanted to meet you there, so you pull up to the Black Pit all by yourself. You've been here more than once since that fateful night, a few times with the other bad kids, a couple board nights with Fig, but this time everything feels different. And, well, of course it does. Aside from the day you first met, you've never been here with Tracker. The place is the same as ever. You feel the bass in your bones as you push your way through the crowd, looking for Tracker. You have a little trouble actually finding her, so you decide to wait at the bar. Feeling nostalgic, you order something non-alcoholic with a lime in it.
Hey, a stranger.
Cute. You turn and spot Tracker. Arms lean casually against the table. She's as beautiful as she ever was. ACDC armor class difficulty. Oh my god. That's so funny. And she's got makeup on. You see that? She's got a smoky eye going. Oh, Cassandra, you almost can't believe there was a time she was ever just a stranger. No alcohol? You shrug and say, definitely number 2. I want to remember every second of this. Tracker's cheeks go even redder.
I can't believe
You got smooth, cowboy. Maybe, but I mean it. I know, I want to remember this too. Don't worry, the plan isn't to argue about Helio again. We've got a much better use of our time. Arguing about Cassandra and Galakea? She rolls her eyes, mostly fondly, and then sticks a hand out for you to take. You do, obviously, linking your fingers together and following her. She's a lot more comfortable with the crowds here than you are, and you end up in a cozy little booth near the back. This is the best one. It's barely even sticky. Ew, gross. You have no idea. Imagine what it's like with werewolf senses. Is it, like, uncomfortable? We can leave. Tracker shakes her head. Nah, I'm used to it. I used to spend a lot of time here back when Jawbone bounced for this place. Though it did take some time to get used to the particular ode to cheap beer. Now it's, I don't know, not home or anything, but it's nice. Stuff feels mine a little bit. Not that I brought you here to talk about me the whole time. I mean, there are worse subjects. Tracker rolls her eyes, still mostly fondly, and pokes you right in the chest. Nope. Go on, tell me what you've been up to. I know you're busy. Feels like I only get to see you once a week. You do, telling her about your sundry misadventures and quieter moments and everything else you've done in your time apart. Telling her all about the night orb. Talking with her is so nice, comfortable, easy even, which feels like it should be more of a surprise than it is. She's your ex, you think, anyway. Maybe you're mostly back together now, but isn't it supposed to be awful and awkward and all that? Hey. She pokes you in the cheek this time. Ow. Doesn't actually hurt, but saying it makes Tracker grin at you. What's up? You went away there for a second. I was just thinking about how easy this is. It's really nice. I really miss spending time with you and having it just be... You trail off, but Tracker nods. Having it feel natural rather than super awkward. Yes, exactly, yes. I think we've had our fair share of awkwardness to get here. You remember all the decisions you made over the past several weeks together. You stand by all of them, or, most of them. Honestly, it went better than I thought it was going to. Really? Really. Both of you fall silent, but it's a comfortable quiet. Well, it's not really all that quiet. The music is loud, but still. As nice as this is, though, you have bigger plans than just sitting here. Hey, Trekker? I promised you a dance. Oh, so it was me. Of course it was. Unless you don't want to. No, I definitely want to. Trekker gets up from her seat and holds a hand out to you.
Come here.
Come on, cowboy, let's dance. You take her hand and she all but yanks you out of your seat, pulling you into the thick of it. The crowd pulsates around the two of you, a frenzy of bodies and hands moving in collective wild abandon. The music's not really either of your styles, but you follow their lead. Ugh. Two of them. Ugh. It's kind of fun losing yourself to the rhythm. Trekker seems to be struggling with that. Despite being the one who dragged you out to the floor in the first place, now that you're out here, Trekker seems hesitant to actually dance with you. Wary, even. But why? When someone bumps into you from behind, you make skin contact, and she actively flinches away. Okay, ouch, but the initial sting of rejection aside, you get the feeling that it wasn't really about you. You lean in, close enough to be heard over the rush of people.
Sorry, what was
Hey,
that?
you good? What? Yeah, I'm fine. You wait a second. Okay, I'm a little nervous, maybe. I bet I can get our booth back if you want. Trekker snorts. Someone's definitely already taken it, but no, it's okay. She turns to face you, both of you standing still amidst everyone dancing, somehow in a world all your own. You remember last time we were here? Her voice trails off for a moment. Lost it? She looks so sad you can't help but pull her in for a hug and say, that wasn't your fault, Trekker. I mean, it literally wasn't. Even setting aside any complicated lycanthropy feelings, you were literally being charmed. Or something magical, I don't know the exact word. My point is that's not on you, and I've got your back if you need me.
Duly noted.
You do, don't you? Despite the pep talk, Trekker still seems a little conflicted, stepping back from the hug and crossing her arms. I just really don't want to hurt you, Kristen. Not again. You have a feeling she's not just talking about wolfing out that night anymore. Don't worry about it, really. We came here to have fun. I'm not worried about it. About you hurting me, I mean. I told you I trusted you, and I meant that. So whether you want to head out early or keep dancing or go fight for our booth back, I'm with you. It was a really terrible booth. We shouldn't fight for it. What? You literally just said it was the best. Yeah, best at Black Pit doesn't necessarily mean good. Let's keep dancing. If I need to go, I'll let you know. You dance for a while longer, long enough that your feet hurt and you've had at least 3 drinks spilled on you from less perceptive dancers. You definitely step on Trekker's feet more than once. But despite that, you dance for hours just to see this look on Trekker's face, carefree and bright-eyed and just lighter whenever your gaze catches hers. You actually dance long enough that the crowd thins around you until it's just you, Trekker, the bartender, and a couple of Eggford students who scurry out once they see who they're sharing the floor with. You share a look with Trekker at that. Their loss. Trekker snorts. Haven't you heard, Madam President? You can be kind of intimidating when you want to be. No, I think they're more worried that Kristen's gonna beef it and they'll be they'll be in the crossfire. Well, I do have this pair of handcuffs. I meant they're probably just trying not to interrupt our date, Kristen. You make it a point to dramatically sigh.
Sorry, what was
Now you tell me. I make it a point to abuse any authority I'm given. Could have made them all do a shrimp jump for our entertainment. Trekker laughs, but then turns a little pensive. Maybe it is time to head out, though. The bartender shuts the music off, and that seems like that, until they put on a slower song. Trekker looks as startled as you feel, glancing over at the bartender who gives you a thumbs up as they finish cleaning glasses. You'll take that as a vote of confidence. You pull Trekker in for a slower, more romantic dance. Despite having dated for nearly 2 years, you realize it's not something you two have ever done before. It was always right to well, other things. But it's nice. Really nice. Tracker wraps her arms around your neck and rests her head on your chest. Pressed this close, she can probably feel how fast your heart is beating right now. Would she dance like this with you at Spring Fling? Would she say yes? Are you finally brave enough to just ask her? The song wraps up before you muster the courage, and the bartender kindly but firmly shoos you out. The Black Pit's too far from Mordred to walk, so you both took your cars. Well, Tracker took her car, you took Jawbone's. Man, you wish you had your own car. You both linger a little, unwilling to say goodbye just yet. Hey, Kristen. Yeah? She holds up both of her hands for you to take, which you do immediately, obviously. I had a really, really good time tonight. I did too. It's been a great time. You really want to wrap this up right, and you think you know just how to do it. I don't want her to think, even though my thought was... my first terrible thought was fuck her in your car. Probably not too. Don't want her to think that's the only reason that I'm, you know. Kiss, yeah, I think that's the... When you gently pull her hands, Tracker goes easily, going on her tiptoes to make kissing you easier even before you're finished leaning in. It's a quick kiss, relatively chaste too, compared to what you used to get up to. You can feel Tracker smiling into it even before you pull back to see it on her face. Man, I missed doing that. Are you free next week? She steals a nervous glance up at the night sky and shifts her weight between her feet. I'm actually pretty busy. Something's coming up for me then. Okay, maybe we'll run into each other somewhere. If we're lucky. Good night, Kristen.
See you around.
Drive safe.
Don't be a stranger.
Good night. You get into your car and drive home, the half moon shining brightly in the night sky above you. You wonder what's got Tracker so busy next week. Girl. That was perfect. That was the perfect date. It was really sweet. I'm really happy for you two. What do you think Tracker's doing next week?
Sorry, what was that?
Why? Are you gonna give me a hint?
What an interesting mystery.
No. But you and Tracker have come really far. She really trusts you. Are you going to ask her? Maybe. I think she'll say yes. I know her well enough to know that by this point. Well enough to figure out where she is next week? I hope so. I think so. Are you still leaving me hints on Post-its? Of course. What are goddesses for? Yeah, I imagine it says something about her being in, like, the forest. Show up for her in the woods. Don't mess this up. Yeah. Alright. Okay.
Hello, sweet Cassandra.
Now here's Girlie. Who taught Kristen not probably Jawbone, I would imagine.
The interesting thing about these is that
Okay.
I feel like Jawbone is the only person
Miss Applebees.
possibly on Earth who could deal with teaching Kristen how to drive. He has so much patience.
So that's, yeah.
To the bees!
Alright. I'm gonna buzz off.
Hey, girlie.
Alright. Last downtown date. Galir taught her how to drive. Galir would be dead
Right.
if that had been the case. Although I guess maybe she could have revived him. But
I turn invisible.
she would have stopped too soon, and Galir's seatbelt would have broken, and he would have flown through the windshield and into a tree. I know this for a fact.
Yeehaw!
Cool. See you later.
Take care, Lucy.
Alright.
So inspiring.
Hi, Kristen. I missed you.
Alright.
Oh, hey, listen.
Perfect. Okay. Outside is marked, but... Yes, okay, outside is should be the right one because I don't see any other people who would have a thing that's outside. I was just making sure that it wasn't far away instead. Here's the thing about making impulsive, arguably insane decisions on a regular basis. You never get better at telling when they're going to pay off. And this time, it's beyond important that you get it right. You'd realize the full moon was in a week when you were driving home from last week's date and what Tracker meant when she said she'd be too busy to see you. Which is fine, obviously. You don't need her to be there for you every second of every day anymore. But you've been so nervous about transforming and hurting someone in the Black Pit. You'd been able to help then, you want to help now too. How hard can it be to find a werewolf somewhere in the woods of Elmville on the full moon? Well, it's harder than you thought, clearly. You've tripped no less than 6 times on improbably low branches. Girl, I think those are called roots. You've stumbled across 3 different adventuring parties doing late-night shenanigans. Your phone is very close to dead. Cassandra always feels closest to you when you doubt. It's her domain, after all, and no matter how certain you are about this, about Tracker, it's hard not to feel a little doubtful when you're hopelessly lost in the forest. You could leave, or try to, anyway, but you've come this far, and you don't want to give up on her now. Suddenly, you feel very uncertain about your next step forward, or your next step left, or really anything but your next step on a path you hadn't noticed before. It's not as obvious as Cassandra's usual means of guiding you. She's teased you enough to your face about your love life the past several weeks, but it's so unmistakably her that you could cry. And you might. Later, though. Right now, you've got your girl to find. With a mixture of conviction guiding you forward and doubt guiding you away from retreat, you find yourself in a clearing in the woods. You can't see the sun, already set past the trees, but you can see the moon. Not fully risen yet, what with the last vestiges of sunlight still turning the sky pink, but unmistakably full. You know you're in the right place now. You can wait. Kristen, what are you doing here? Wow, you really thought you were going to have to wait longer than that. I'm here to help if you'll let me. Please let me. Her face softens considerably at that. She gives you a small, watery grin. Yeah, okay, I guess it'll make up for all those times I've come to your rescue, huh? Oh, so it's like that.
Here.
Oh, it's like that. Seriously, though, thanks for being here. Even if I didn't think I wanted you to be. But, Kristen, are you sure you want to be here? It's going to be dangerous. I'm going to be dangerous. This is probably not the time for you to say you like a little danger. Focus, Kristen! Way too late to try and scare me off now. Kristen, I'm being serious. So am I. Silence. The only thing you can hear now is the sound of your own heart, beating fast and hard in your chest. Tracker just looks at you. What does she see now? Her ex-girlfriend? A mistake she's let go on too long? Something in her eyes solidifies. You can tell the exact moment she decides to trust you.
Oh, sweetheart.
Galakea, I really shouldn't be, but I'm so happy you're here. I am too. I told you I'd be there for you anytime, remember? You said you'd spot me anytime. Okay, that too. Tracker rolls her eyes, but she's still smiling. Come here. My routine has changed a bit since, last time. Let me show you. You follow her into another little copse of trees, watching as she picks up a small backpack and swings it over one shoulder. What's in there? We gotta find the right place first. Tracker leads you on an aimless journey through the trees. It's weirdly similar to how Cassandra led you earlier, actually. The night grows darker as you walk, but you're not stumbling over things now. Tracker leads you on the safer paths, guiding you around obstacles. Dark vision really does come in handy. You should ask Cassandra if you can have it. A funny thing that I did not mention during the earlier date, Twilight clerics actually do get dark vision. I have so much random Kristen and random Fantasy High and random D&D lore floating around in my head. And the fact that Kristen actually does canonically have dark vision is one of those. But I was never around for this part of the writing process, so I never got the chance to make that to do that actually and make that correction. She'd probably tell you only if you get a good date to the spring fling, actually, but you won't ask Tracker tonight. It's not the time for it. But soon, maybe. You don't spot anything, but Tracker pauses, even though this bit of the woods looks the same as all the others. Here. She finds a little patch of grass and sits down, looking back at you with a small smile and waving you over. You follow, of course. How could you not? You sit across to watch while she unpacks. Tracker's always had a steady presence, but you've never seen her quite like this, so self-assured. Confident. Calm. When she speaks, there's a serenity in her voice that you could swear feels more holy than any sermon of Helio you've ever had to sit through. Do you remember when we met the second time? You nod.
Right.
In front of the school, right? Didn't Fabian punch Gorgug? Oh, I don't know. Probably. I only had eyes for you. You were using moonstones to cast a spell. I was in my... Sorry. I only had eyes for you. You were using moonstones to cast a spell. I was in my trying everything phase. Tracker snorts. Yeah, I remember that all too well. But it was nice to see you trying that, specifically. She meets your eyes and smirks. Even if you shook my hand for a solid minute. You know, I was still figuring out a lot. I know, just teasing. I use these every full moon. Well, when I don't have someone very helpful tying me down, but whenever I'm alone, ever since I got bit, these help me find my way. I'm not usually looking for anything specific, just what the night's going to be like, or what the next cycle of the moon has in store for me. Or, if the cute redhead who keeps panicking when I bring her to gay events actually likes me, or if I'm just there. Wait, really? You were nervous about that? A little bit. I got over it sometime after you moved in. That had been months into knowing her. You hadn't realized at all. You reach for her hand. She takes it, laces her fingers with yours without even needing to look. Instinct or familiarity. Either way, it leaves a warm feeling in your chest. You know you can ask me, right? I know that now, and I don't think that anymore either. You're still here with me. Nowhere else I'd rather be. Not that I don't love the hand-holding, but I do need both hands for this.
Right.
Right, sorry. You drop her hand and watch as she casts the moonstones, glowing slightly in the dim light. What was I saying before? What the moonstones tell you. Right, it's really easy to feel connected with Galakea on full moons. I can cast the spell at any time and she'll answer me, but it's never as easy as this. She pauses, studying the stones on the ground with a cute little furrow between her eyebrows. You don't want to break the silence, but what are they telling you now? Tracker looks up at you, expression softening. That I'm in good hands with you. Seeming to realize the double entendre, she quickly adds that I'm safe with you. When you don't immediately make a joke about it, she relaxes, giving you another small smile. The moonstones stay out when I turn. I'll be unable to find them no matter how far I run when I'm shifted. Oh, I'll be able to find them no matter how far I run when I'm shifted. That way I don't lose my bag. So, what else is in there? A change of clothes, a toothbrush, an extra battery pack. Oh, and a couple granola bars that Jawin always sneaks in, even though I tell him I don't need them. Yeah, but he loves you. Tracker opens her mouth as if to answer, but pauses, tilting her head. Tracker? You okay? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm gonna be turning soon. The moon's getting higher in the sky. Okay, what do you need from me? Tracker pauses, considering. You'll stay? Of course. And stay safe, too, alright? Hey, you're safe with me, I'm safe with you. Tracker gives you a little nod before walking off to the trees. Taking off her jacket and folding it neatly, preciously, then laying it on top of her bag. She turns to glare at you, faux offended. Don't peek. Seriously. You turn and face the other direction. Will you tell me when I'm good to turn back around? I'm not gonna have human vocal cords, Kristen. So, 1 bark for yes, 2 for no, 3 for turn around? Tracker laughs. You know what? Sure. There's a bit of quiet. You don't hear anything. Tracker? Yeah? Will it, hurt when you turn? It looked like it hurt in Silver, but that was Silver. But you never asked all those other times. Why didn't you ask? Why didn't you care enough? Get out of your head, Kristen. You're asking now, you're caring now. Stay in the moment. If not for your own sake, then for hers. Tracker sighs. I hope not. 4 barks for if you need healing? Sure. And an awu for I'm happy you're here. You make finger guns and shoot them off into the woods, hoping no other werewolves get the wrong idea. Kristen shooting finger guns backwards. You're taken. Yeehaw on the cards? Don't push your luck, cowboy. You can hear the smile in her voice. Then eventually you hear it. It goes on for both forever and a second. You stand there, waiting for the signal. Then you hear the soft sound of leaves being crushed underfoot. Or, well, under paw, you guess. And 3 barks. You turn, just in time to witness Tracker in all her lycanthropic glory. She's both undeniably human and undeniably herself, the type of thing you didn't know you'd miss until you spent a year without it. Oh, she's both undeniably inhuman, sorry. I was like, she looks like a giant wolf. This time you take it all in. You recognize that look in Tracker's eyes. She's nervous about what she's going to do, about what you're going to do. Embrace her, obviously. Reach a hand out and place it gently on her muzzle. Pet the puppy. Just a big puppy. So beautiful. Even though her expression doesn't change as obviously as it would in her human form, you can see the tears begin to well in her eyes. So of course you open your arms to her. How could you do anything else? She trots right over and leans her full body weight against you, letting you wrap her into a hug. Her tail's wagging a bit too. Aww. For a long while, you just sit and hold her, petting her idly and watching the sky as it gets darker and stars start shining through. The full moon makes it bright enough that you can see every detail of Tracker's wolf form. The last time you saw her shift, she looked so scared and in pain, so it's good to see she looks healthy? Happy? You wish you could ask her something now. Well, you guess you could, as long as it's a yes or no question. Still remember the 1 bark for yes thing? Tracker pulls back and fixes you with an exasperated glare that looks just like the one she gives you in her human form and barks once. Just checking. It's, really nice to see so many of the stars out here. Kinda reminds me of Cass's domain. Tracker shifts and lies in your lap, looking up at you while still in the perfect position for some ear scritches. Aww. You oblige, looking between her and the sky above. One of her ears is, like, as big as Kristen's head. It's always a little too bright in Elmville to see all this. Or, well, you know, completely apocalyptic, which doesn't help either. Tracker makes a low noise of amusement. Point is, it's really pretty. You fall quiet for a little bit after that, just watching the stars with Tracker. It's a comfortable silence, but you want to fill it anyways. Tracker had asked you to stay, so you better be good company. Just to be safe, you ask. It's not bothering you when I talk, right? Tracker huffs out a sound and barks twice.
Sorry, what was that?
Oh, wait, is that 2 barks for no it is bothering you, or no it isn't? Tracker blinks at you. Okay, 1 bark for if I'm bothering you, 2 for if I'm not. Tracker doesn't even let you finish the sentence before she barks twice, nuzzling her head against your palm. Okay, cool, great, awesome. Tracker snorts. You just know she'd be laughing at you if she had the vocal cords right now. She guided me here, you know? Not like she didn't tell me to come here, I chose to. She just helped me find my way when I got lost. You smile up at the sky. She really likes you, you know? You probably guessed that from our yoga date, but still. Tracker's tail wags a little bit. I might try and do my own monthly ritual out here, actually. Not that I'll bother you every full moon unless you want me to be there. Cassandra seems more like a new moon kind of gal. Not in the fantasy Twilight kind of way. Shut up. Tracker grumbles. Yeah, I know you're not a fan. Don't worry, I prefer werewolves. Kristen's like, hey, I'm Team Jacob all the way. Tracker gives you a toothy grin, clearly amused. I know you know that, just saying. You get distracted from whatever you were gonna say, talking about all the ways the book is deeply heterosexual, which is a little difficult because you haven't actually read it. And then you're telling her all about those crappy movies you've watched with the other bad kids on movie nights and the research you're doing for your cleric class and probably a lot of the same stuff you told her last week, too. You wait for her to get exasperated or bored or decide she'd rather be hunting deer than hanging out with you. But she stays, too. There's another few minutes of silence while you stargaze. Hang on, this is the perfect time for a joke. Okay, maybe not, but you want to try and make her laugh anyways. Definitely not two. Dumb wolf pun. Hey, are you cold? Tracker barks twice. Because you know what they call a cold wolf. Tracker makes a noise of acknowledgement. A chilly dog. There's a pause, and then Tracker literally howls with laughter. Thank you, I'll be here all night. Tracker huffs. But, thank you, by the way. Like, actually. Tracker makes a little awoo of confusion for letting me stay. I know you're going to have some things that are just for you, and that's okay, but I really like getting to see this side of you. I missed it in a weird way. I mean, I like seeing all sides of you. Tracker waggles her eyebrows, which looks way weirder when she's wolfed out. Not like that. Well, I also like that, sure. But you pause as you try to figure out how to phrase what you mean. I guess I've just always seen you as so confident. Tracker snorts. No, really, like, no matter where we'd go, you always seem so completely in your element. At the Black Pit and Strong Tower, all those pride events, and there I was, hiding in the bathroom, just happy to be there. Your voice, thankfully, only barely cracks. Tracker gives you a comforting head bump to the shoulder. Thanks. Yeah, I was a mess. In a ton of ways. I made mistakes, I hurt you by assuming and not understanding. I'm still not as put together as you are. But I guess I'm trying to say you don't have to be either. Put together, that is. I don't always have to be silly. You don't always have to be so serious. You give her a wry smile, which I think you know. I mean, the first thing we did when we were both not calling these dates, but also not calling these dates, was go to a centaur rodeo, but I wanted to say it. Or I wanted you to hear it? Both, I guess. There's silence. Tracker can't answer you, so you don't blame her, but you have to resist the urge to make another joke, just to break the tension. Tracker nuzzles your hand with her snout, and then adjusts her position so she's fully cuddling against you. Your fur is so soft. Do you shampoo it or something? When would you have the opportunity to do that? Tracker barks twice. Damn, werewolf magic does that for you too? Tracker barks once this time, more than a little smugly. Nice. I should see if Cassandra will do that for me. Save me some time whenever I need to get all presidential. You wait to see if she'll make her phone buzz angrily in your pocket at the joke, but there's nothing. She's probably still watching, but it's nice that she's letting you just have this moment with Tracker. Tracker pushes back from you, and you let her go reluctantly. But she doesn't leave it at that, barking at you and actually walking around you to push at your back. You want me to stand up? Tracker barks once. You stand, looking down at her. Do you, want me to go? Tracker immediately barks twice, then gives a little, woo. Are we going on a walk? Tracker gives you a little bow. It looks playful, but you have no idea what she's saying. You bow back? Tracker barks twice. I'm lost, dude. Tracker throws her head over her own shoulder, gesturing at her back. You want back scritches? Tracker makes a choke noise, clearly caught between frustration and laughter. She then proceeds to lay paws first, completely flat against the ground, staring expectantly at you. You also lay down on the ground. Is this what you want, Kristen? Tracker does her best wolfy approximation of an eye roll. Then, way quicker than you can react, she's barreling in your direction. Trust. You stay flat on the ground, knowing that Tracker would never hurt you. You breathe deeply, feeling almost meditative. Being near her just has that effect on you these days. Makes your brain calmer somehow. More at peace. Her approach is fast, lightning fast, but you're not scared for a second. It's still just her. At the last second, her head tilts downwards, nosing your body and lifting you into the air. For a single moment, you're flying, weightless, surrendering yourself completely to the sky and the moon and the night, and then suddenly you've landed on her back. She lets loose a loud, joyful howl. Holy fuck, you're on top of a werewolf. You're on top of your werewolf. There's definitely a dirty joke there, but you're so happy you won't even make it. This rules. So this is what she wanted. Her little game of charades makes way more sense now. You shuffle into a comfortable position and instinctively wrap your arms around her midsection. Good thing, too, because she's off to the races. As soon as she feels your grip, she's bolting through the woods with all the speed of a massive, furry freight train. You briefly think about what a good business venture a werewolf rodeo would be. You'll definitely remember to ask Tracker about the ethics of that once she turns back. You probably should be scared. You think you probably would be if this was anyone but her. Instead, you just feel calm, serene, like this is exactly where you're supposed to be. No doubt about it. Hey, Tracker? Man, you can't even hear yourself over the howl of the wind. You try again, significantly louder.
Tracker!
Hey, Tracker! So now you're yelling, and it's at the exact moment she stops, so everything is quiet and you just yelled in the silent forest and it's very awkward. Whoops. You hear an affirmative grunt from Tracker and an amused snort. I just wanted to say I'm glad we found each other again. That's all. Impulsively, you duck down and press a small, swift kiss to the back of her fur. Somehow, you still get just a little bit of hair in your mouth. You can't find it in you to care. Tracker rumbles appreciatively into your touch, then gently nudges you to slide off her back so you're standing side by side. You were so focused on her that you didn't even realize where she had taken you. You're in a small clearing at the top of a hill, and you can see the whole sky from here, stretching over the woods, over Elmville, over everything. You feel small, but not in a bad way. You're small, sure, but in service of something greater, a part of something vast and mysterious, beautiful and true. It feels undeniably holy getting to be here with Tracker like this, a secret reminder to you from the universe. Even in the dark, you're not alone. The two of you stand together in comfortable silence for a long time. Then, just for a moment, Tracker pulls away. The first band of sunlight peeks out from the horizon, bathing you in a soft orange glow. You hear motion from where Tracker is standing, but you don't turn around. You give her her privacy.
Hey, lover.
You hear a soft kiss touch the nape. You feel a soft kiss touch the nape of your neck, and finally turn back around. I'm glad we found each other too. Oh, come on. She can't say that and not expect you to kiss her a whole bunch. It's just the two of you now. It's just muscle memory to cup Tracker's face in your hand and pull her in for a long, searing kiss. You've both waited long enough. Tracker melts into your embrace, pulling you even closer, nipping your bottom lip hard enough to draw blood. You pull back just barely, only enough to breathe, your words fanning out against her face. You bit me. If it comes out breathless, well, who could blame you? You spot a little bit of your blood on Tracker's lips before her tongue darts out to lick it off. She opens her mouth to say something, but you can't help but kiss her again before she can. I liked it. Calicea, you are so... Whatever you are, you don't find out, because before the words are even fully out of her mouth, she pulls you in for yet another kiss. When you finally break apart, you resist the urge to grab her butt, and instead take her cheeks in your hands. Her other cheeks. Not those ones. She mirrors you, and you both just kind of stand there, holding each other's faces for a bit. You've missed getting to just touch her like this. Your thumb traces the familiar contour of her cheek, the tiny mole. Oh, hold on. Give me a moment. Hold on. Where is that button? Okay, I'm gonna take a quick little recess. I have got to go find my cat. Alright, give me just a minute. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm back. Okay, where were we? You've missed just getting to touch her like this. Your thumb graces the familiar contour of her cheek, the tiny mole just hidden beneath her lip, and it feels like the most natural thing in the world. Tracker lets out a shaky breath. Hey, Kristen? Yeah?
Hey, Kristen. I love you.
Aww. You think you stop breathing for a minute. The world could stop spinning right now and you wouldn't notice or care. Then you see Tracker's eyebrows knit together in concern, embarrassment, like she thinks you don't. Do you? I love you too. She stumbles back like you've just hit her in the chest, but you gently pull her back into you and suddenly you're kissing again. You're two people in love and you're kissing. It feels so right. When you pull away this time, you gently place a small stray curl back behind her ear. She's so beautiful. You're so beautiful. The way Tracker lights up at that, you swear you could mistake her for the sun. How did you get so lucky? How did I get so lucky? Okay, it seems like your brain malfunction is fully broken. Somehow you can't bring yourself to care. Looks got nothing to do with it, babe. This is all pure skill and a lot of dedication. She smiles at you, but you can tell it wasn't really a joke.
Thank you.
Seriously, I know I had some
For staying.
major walls up at the start of this. I really didn't want it to be like last time, but you're different now. We both are. I think we have something here that's built to last, if you wanted to. She puts up a brave front, but you can see the worry palpable in her eyes. Oh, Cassandra, she still doesn't get it, does she? Despite everything, she still thinks this is a story that can only end with you running away. Tracker, you're my dream girl. There's not a plane I could travel to where I wouldn't want this. And if there is, then put me on the no-fly list. She chuckles and kisses you again. It's nice. You think of asking her to the spring fling right then and there, but your thought is punctuated by a massive yawn, and then another. Right, you two did kind of stay up all night together. You see the faint glow of the moonstones in the distance, and she follows your gaze, seeming to only just now remember that all her stuff is a forest away. Take a hike with me? You know it, babe. You hold hands the whole way back. Thanks, Cassandra, for getting me right where I needed to be. That was all you, Kristen. I just gave you a little nudge in the right direction. Normally I'd ask how you think it went, but it really couldn't have gone any better. I mean, I genuinely can't imagine it going any better. I'm proud of you, Kristen. No matter what happens, you really showed up for her. Kristen, did you hear what I said? No, sorry. Can you teleport me to my room if I pass out? That's a very silly miracle to ask for. Sure. Alright.
So that's
How very. I'm sorry?
I'm just gonna race ahead towards the end here. We're in the final stretch.
cool.
Oh,
Even cow.
that's unexpected. Oh my. Oh my. I'll add this.
Blimey.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I don't think I mentioned this during the route itself. I really like how
My.
expressive Nara's ears are. They're so cute.
Oh my.
Sweet Cassandra.
Oh you.
Really?
Until next time, dearest.
What? This is so.
Okay.
Even cowgirls.
The
get
other
the
Kipper Lily
blues.
date.
Blimey.
Hello.
Hey.
Ugh, whatever.
So that's
Can't say I expected that. What the fuck?
cool. Sick.
Kipper Lily's expressive ears are very cute too.
What the fuck? Fine.
Though you mostly only see it when she gets sad and they do a little droopy thing.
That's never.
You're cute when you're angry. Yeehaw! What?
Alright. The spring fling approaches.
Hey, Girlie.
Sorry, what was that?
Hey, listen. Kristen.
No, I totally get it. Yeehaw! Nat 20!
Alright, tracker time. Asking your ex out again is, by all definitions, a crazy thing to do. On brand? Absolutely. But objectively, the kind of impulse your brain and heart should be screaming at you not to follow through on. Fuck objectivity. It's tracker. Who else would you want to ask? Double clerics, baby. Nothing can keep you down. Unless she says no. Cassandra, you hope she doesn't say no. You don't think your heart, or your place at Egg Fort, could take it. Or your life. It's still tracker, though. Despite it all, you can't help but trust her. You're not going to show up with a boombox at her window or anything like that, but that doesn't mean you can't be a little romantic. You pick a few flowers, just the ones you know she likes, and walk up the stairs to her room, pulse pounding in your ears. You knock on Tracker's door. Every second she doesn't answer makes you wonder if you're making a huge mistake or if she's not home right now. But then she does, smiling when she sees you. How is she still so cute? Hey, Kristen. Hey, Tracker, I was wondering... Wait, are you bringing me flowers? You practically shoved the bouquet into her arms. Yes, and I was wondering. I've really enjoyed spending time with you over the past few weeks. It's been so nice getting to know you again, and you're who I want in my life. As my... Somewhere in the universe, there must be the right sequence of words to finish that sentence. A dozen ways to explain to Tracker exactly how you feel. You don't feel brave enough to say any of them. Her expression is completely unreadable. Fuck. Okay, let me start over. Hey, Tracker, will you go to the spring fling with me? Would it be too desperate to say please? Of course I will. I've been waiting for you to ask. Really? Yes, really. To going with you and for wondering when you were going to actually ask me. Getting to spend time with you over the past few weeks has been... I honestly don't even have words for it. It's been so wonderful. You've really shown up for me, you know? I want to show up for you. I want to have you in my life. I want... Fuck, Kristen, I want so many things with you I thought we couldn't have again. But you're someone I can trust with every part of me. Do you know how much I... Okay, no, I don't want to get all teary on these nice flowers. Come here, cowboy. Tracker takes your free hand and pulls you in for a kiss, quick and sweet, and enough to make you feel fireworks in every cell of your body. Fuck yeah. Tracker laughs, eyes crinkling with delight, and pulls you in again.
Hey, Kristen. I love you.
I love you too. Yay! Okay. Okay, I think it's like 4 of these. No, it's 6 of them.
Yeah.
You're waiting by the front door for Tracker, so you're surprised when someone taps on your shoulder from behind and you turn to see her already inside. The leather jacket. Oh, and the high pants, very 80s. She looks really good. You don't think you've seen her do that with her hair before, which is a shame because damn. Damn. It appears your mouth has treacherously decided to disconnect from your brain. Tracker smiles, though, and leans in to steal a quick kiss, so at least she doesn't seem to care. She gives you an appreciative once-over. Hey, Kristen, you look good. God, this expression with this outfit, she looks like the biggest fuckboy on earth right now. The outfit's very nice, but with that expression, Jesus. So do you. How'd you get in, though? I wanted to walk you in. Cute. Job wouldn't let me in, though. I didn't want to get stuck in line and lose time with you. You blush. Completely unfair. She knows you're weak to her sincerity. You're cute, actually. It's not exactly the witty retort you were hoping for, but it makes Tracker scrunch her nose and laugh, so you'll count that as a win. Come on, let's dance. This time, Tracker doesn't hesitate. Her smile is wide and guileless as you spin her around in a move that doesn't really fit the song that's playing at all, but who cares? You do step on her feet again. Some things never change. Tracker's smile still takes your breath away like it has from the moment you met. Your heart still beats too fast like it does every time her eyes catch yours. And you're smiling wide enough that it hurts a little when she pulls you off the dance floor. Let's sit down for a bit and grab a bite to eat. I'm starving. Before you can sit, though, you run into Jawbone. Oh, look. Tracker, Kristen, good to see you both. Oh, look at all their friends. Hey, Jawbone. You did a great job with this shindig, Kristen. Reminds me of a silent disco I went to one time in the Swamp of Ruin, but without all the toxic fumes. Jawbone. I know. I won't take up too much of your night, but one photo for a sentimental old man. After that, I'll leave you to it. Tracker runs to you, a question in her expression. Hell yeah, why not? Tracker grins. Hell yeah. He takes more than one photo. To be fair to him, you and Tracker keep switching to new poses. Bunny ears, a kiss on the cheek, awkward prom poses where your hands are just kind of hovering over Tracker's shoulder and waist. Oh, I wanted... God damn it. I'll point it out if they show the picture again. Okay. Eventually, though, Tracker shoos him away, though not fast enough to escape his helpful parting advice. Real glad to see you both happy. Make sure you stay on the same page. Keep it safe. Yes, Jawbone. Goodbye, Jawbone. Good night. You sit Tracker over at the table closest to the buffet and grab her a plate of the best food it has to offer. You both pick at it while talking about everything and nothing. You tell Tracker all about the work that was planning this event was. Tracker tells you it definitely paid off. You even talk about the future. You don't know what the next few months will have in store for you. If the pattern holds, there'll be some new world-ending threat you have to face. But it all seems so much less frightening knowing Tracker will be by your side through whatever comes up next. So, that same page stuff. Tracker takes your hand wordlessly under the table and smiles. I trust you. The full weight of that kicks you square in the chest. Hey, Tracker? Yeah? I love you. Tracker smiles at you.
Hey, Kristen. I love you.
I love you too. Okay, yes, okay, they're showing the picture again. So, look at my babies in the middle. Sorry. I know this is about Tracker and Kristen, but forget about Tracker and Kristen. It's Adeline, Fabian, and Riz. No, I totally didn't take this CG the first time I saw it as the bait for my ship, but but also I do like Adan and Fabian having very clearly bet on them getting back together, and so you can see Fabian's handing her a little gold piece. But also I love Unit in the background being like, maybe I can ask Gorgug for a dance later, like, and Ruben's here. I don't know, he's just there, I guess. But yeah, everybody looking so wonderful and dapper in their little outfits. Oh, I love them. Yeah, I love Fabian's big fuck off pirate coat. And I love Adine's little cute fancy outfit. Yes, with the tie and the frilly blouse, and I think those are I think they're actually supposed to be pants. Just the really wide-legged pants. But yeah, very, very cute. Okay. Yay! Hooray! Oh. God, okay. Well, that is it for tonight, but next time that we do this, I've mentioned before, we're going to be doing the poly route for Tracker and Nara. Sorry, it's it's late.
Hey, girlie.
I don't know that I would say that it definitely was very good. I don't know that I'll say it turned me around on all of my Tracker opinions, because, like I said, those are, this route didn't address them necessarily. There's like one or two lines that I think could have alluded to some of the things that like irk me about Tracker a little bit, but it was really good. It was really good. And I didn't have any, like, problems with, like, there was no point in which I was, like, rolling my eyes or anything, you know, because, like, so, yeah, I mean, it was sweet. It was nice. I really liked it. But yeah, so next time is gonna be Trekker and Nara, which maybe that route will a little more address some of those things because of the fact that Nara's there and there was, you know, whole drama when they visited Fallon Ellen's junior year. But yeah. Okay. God, I'm feeling a little sleepy, so so I should probably go. Let's see. I'm definitely still trying to make it a priority to stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But otherwise, I might get back to Tinykin on Wednesday. We will see. Like I said, just depends on whether or not I get the things done that I want to get done. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I will have to, this is me reminding myself out loud that I will have to make a save file where I do all of the Tracker and Nara, like, the first 4 dates in advance, because I don't want to have the whole beginning of the stream just be me, like, speed clicking through 4 weeks. Anyways. Okay. Well, anyways, okay. Thank you very much. Have a good night, everybody.